Welcome back to Final Fantasy VIII with me, Matthew Caddis, aka Puggy. So today we will actually face the last of the Guardians before, in the next episode, facing Ultimecia herself. More on that later. But for now, let's get to the final of the Guardians, which is Tiamat. And no, it is not a giant celestial. It is actually a dragon that looks fairly similar to, dare I even say it's Bahamut. But to reach him, what we will have to do is go around the clock tower, where also, this is also where we can fight Omega Weapon, which I failed to do, but more on that later. I'm going to do a bonus episode with that one. So, that being said, up the thing, and you will see here, I think almost to the top of the area is a giant pendulum. That pendulum will allow us to reach Tiamat, but for now I am just going to explore the thing, and yeah, I love the attention to detail on the clock face. Very nice, I dare say. The only problem is reaching the ladder, because unlike with Final Fantasy VII, there is no indicator if where you want to send Squall, if you know what I mean. Now here is potentially the point of no return, and apparently there are also some tomberries here. Great, just what I need. Never mind that a few of the bosses here pretty much kill my party. This save point here, this is the last one in the game, so if you want to go back and do anything else, then yeah, you'll face a long trek back. But this is the point of no return, basically. Although, having said that, if you have GF Tombury, then forget what I said, you can still buy shit from Call Shop. In spite of the fact time being compressed, or time is pretty much compressed now, thanks to Ultimecia. But now I'm gonna go find Tiamat. So, that being said, we have to go all the way back up here. As I mentioned, back to the giant, I even say it's pendulum there. So we have to wait till the pendulum kind of swings to the left, and then jump on it, and then jump off. That's basically how it works, and you'll reach the other end, and there is Tiamat flying about like, well, Bahamut actually. But let's get to Tiamat in itself, I guess. I don't know what thing. I know in the gigantic thing was just, well, never mind. We're not talking about celestials here, we're talking about a dragon that looks like a thing. And like with Bahamut, and also I guess it has a special move which takes time to start up, which begins with the letter D. Death or something? Dark? I don't know. Anyway, that being said, let's actually bring in, why not, Eden. Might as well do a bit of damage to this flying monstrosity. You know what I mean? And I'll use haste, of course I will. And indeed, then Illuminati confirmed, etc., etc. And indeed, yeah, we've seen that bit before. That still does a decent amount of damage. Okay, shell, that's fine, I guess, and also haste. Dark F. Dark Flare? Is that what you're summoning there, Tiamat? I'm gonna say yeah. Yeah, Dark Flare. And that will do a lot of damage, though it doesn't look as impressive as, dare I even say it's, Mega Flare. Yeah, you'd think, given that this was back in 1999, a high-budget JRPG from Square Enix, you'd think that they would do so, but no, not this time. Anyway, Punch Rush, yeah, you give him, although I think Tiamat may be the first boss that Zell has trouble with his physical attacks. Not all of them, but a lot of them. So yeah, and it seems that Dark Flare is its only move. Oh well, fair enough. I suppose I could summon Bahamut. After all, he's non-elemental, so it wouldn't matter that it wouldn't get healed with Tiamat, so yeah. And yeah, this does get boring after a while. Yeah, it did look good the first few times, but yeah, there's no supernova, I'll give you that. Okay, how about Mega Flare then? Yeah, meet your brother there, Tiamat. And indeed the King of Dragons, Bahamut. And yeah, there's not much I can say, much else. It doesn't seem to be doing any wind attacks, which for a winged dragon you'd think he would. But no, apparently not. And nope, can't think of anything, but especially since this is the third time I have summoned GF Eden for crying out loud in this fight. Seriously. The fact that I'm using all my GF series is quite telling as well. Well, not all my GFs, all my most powerful GFs, should I say. Okay, let's try Dark Flare. Yeah, still not as impressive as Mega Flare. As I say, I have leveled my party up to, I don't even say it's level 100. Seriously, it's fairly easy to do on the world map when you're dealing with that. Seriously, just go to the island closest to hell. Or heaven, whichever one. Yeah, he seems to only like using the thing. And Gilgamesh has even shown up. And since he's... Seriously, you could just use Excalibur, mate. Seriously. And I just got so bored, I actually just induced Angel Wing on Wing. And it starts off well with Flare. Seriously, doing about 5,000 damage. How long before she starts spamming Break here? Arrow, no. You start with Flare and following up with Arrow against a winged enemy. And yes, he did use Break! Seriously, what's wrong with you, Rinoa? Rain, that is not gonna work. Seriously. No, not boss! Seriously, how's that gonna work? Well, I was just tired of summoning Eden. Yeah, seeing the Illuminati symbol and everything. Yeah, not great. Water even does some damage there. And that's actually the spell that kills it! Well, that being said, I think that puts me in a good enough mood for fighting Ultimecia in the next episode. So I'll see you then. Goodbye!